In the previous episode, we built this lovely bridge over this lovely river connecting the main base to the first part of the train station. We then set out on an adventure to the Mesa area, where we built this little Western-inspired train station and decorated the gold farm in a matching style. And in this episode, we will do some nether mining using the tunnel wall before we finally settle over here and build our next workshop. This workshop we will then fill with contraptions that will help us create trains in the future, and we will even add a little farm to it. The main reason why we need to go to the nether to do some mining, and just mining in the overworld, is this bridge behind us. You see, in the end of the last episode, I said, well, I'm going to use this tunnel to say thank you to every single person that comments on a video. So what I'm going to do is I want to create something special in these niches and put in a block that represents commenters. And I thought, what block is more valuable than ancient debris? So instead of just going ahead upgrading my tools, which I will do, I'm going to go mine some ancient debris that I can use. But I think with all of that said, let's go on a little nether expedition. So we got everything we need. So the first thing we need to do is yoink the drill, and now let's head to the nether. So in the nether, we're currently at level 72, and if I look at this area, I think we should go straight down, and in either way, either direction is fine. Let's head on straight down. I did bring ladders. So we dug all the way down, and now it's time for us to see if we can get some ancient debris. So I prepared this little tunnel over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a bunch of tracks, and we're going to put down the contraption, get it going, and we'll maybe have to do a few of these blocks just to get it started. But once it's started, it should start to go. After running into quite a few lava ravines, I have to say, I don't think we did really bad. I don't think we did bad at all. I did go and take everything out of the machine and put it in the adventure backpack, and we got 28 ancient debris and then a whole lot of other resources. This now all needs to get sorted into the storage system, but I'm not going to do that manually because, as you guys saw, that is quite a few big stacks. So what I want to try and do is take this out. And if I place down a smart chute or a normal chute, do I have a smart chute? I don't. Let's quickly craft a chute. So if I place down a smart chute on top of this, and then the adventure backpack on top of that, does that take the items out? Okay, it seems to, but now the problem is we do not have ancient debris in the system, so we can just put that over there. And now it should continue taking it out. We have basalt in the system, but it's clogged up. So basically now everything will sort into it, but as soon as it stops moving, we can right click, we can see the block that's not getting sorted, and we can just go ahead and fix that problem like this. We know it's basalt, and basalt is this one. So if we right click, it should start filling up again. So I'm going to let it run. So with that backpack sorted, we're ready for the next part of the adventure. And I'm holding a block in my hand that is unique to create. But you see, this isn't the only one. No, there are 3 other types as well. There's red, a green, a yellow, and a blue block. And I want to see if I can get all of them and maybe incorporate them somehow into the support area. So let's head out on a little adventure. So we have enough iridium, but we need to find some of the other ones. So next up, azurine, crimsite, and last but not least, ochre. And now that we have our different blocks, I think we can start working on the supported tunnel. So my first idea was, instead of just replacing this wall, maybe we should make this one deeper. So we'll rip out this. And then I do think we need to rip out these. And all these openings have been dug. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to line them with the colored blocks. And then to round all these cubbies, we're just going to do stairs over there and a trapdoor in that area. And then the idea is to put on an item frame, name something and put it in there. And that will be where we save our supporter's name on that renamed item in its own little cubby. But I do not feel the item frame's pretty enough. So what I thought we should do is, instead of doing item frames, let's do these. Place cards. We can put that, and on that we can put the item as well, which looks really, really cool. And then I might still do something at the bottom. So we finished the bridge area and the supporter display area, and I think it looks really, really nice. So we've got the colored background with a little stair down here, upside down stair with a framed flower pot, which we just covered with a brass block. And then we have the supporter in this placard. The only thing that does bother me is when you look at it, it doesn't show the name like a normal item frame would. So if we do this and we just do an item frame, see, item frame actually does that. But for now, I mean, we can look at it, and at the top there it says Sandy Sparkles, and that is a person that's been supporting us the most, alongside with is Purple. So those are the two. So let me know down in the comments, what do you think of this? I will add like a little flower to each flower pot. I do think I'm going to go with white flowers, maybe Lily of the Valley or something. I'll just see. And then each of these are a different color. So every week I will add someone to this little, let's call it a Hall of Fame. And once it's full, I'm going to just expand down this way and just continue down that area. So if you want to get your name in this area, remember, do comment on the videos, interact, become part of the community, and you might just find yourself in this area pretty soon. But for now, we're going to call this tunnel done, and we're going to head up all the way over here to this area where I want to build another workshop in this whole factory base of ours. And this workshop will be solely dedicated for constructing parts for trains that we might use in the future. And I also want to incorporate maybe a farm or two into this build. So the only logical thing we can do right this moment is to run a little build montage. And that's another warehouse. I really like how this came together. So I did upgrade this path. I'm not sure if I showed that in a previous clip. And if you walk up here, we've got a little way up here. I want to expand out to this way, this direction, with some maybe fluid tanks or something, just to make it look like a real industrial area. Then we've got a big door over here, and inside nothing's happening. We do not have contraptions yet. We do not have anything in here. But that's going to change in a minute or two. And then we also have a second door over here that just looks out over this whole area. And I'm just loving how all of this is coming together with all the different trees, and you can see all the builds in the area. So it's looking real good. And at the back, we've got just this little fence. This is the old granite cave where we used to get our first bits of granite when we just started. What is that? Oh, that's the train track. I thought it was a mob. Then we've got power coming in from over here, which we did down here. We just did a bunch of water wheels, and I don't mind them being exposed because no one's going to come back here. You can't really see them, so that's all good. But let's head over to the old workshop and grab our contraptions that we placed down there temporarily. So down here we've got two contraptions. This one over here is used to make sturdy sheets. You put in your obsidian dust over here, the crushed obsidian, it gets squirted with lava, and then it gets pounded twice, and you have your sturdy sheet. So that's one machine that needs to go. And this one over here is the one we use to make rails. Again, you just put in your items required, which is nuggets, and over here your slabs. That'll run through, it will poke, and we get ourselves some train tracks. So these are the two we need to move, and I'm sure there's a bunch more that we can add to that space, but let's just grab these two for now. So we've disassembled the contraptions in that workshop over there, and now it's time to put them in this area over here. And what I'm thinking is this space will be ideal for maybe the sturdy sheet machine. That way, if we do add tanks over here that will hold lava, we can directly feed into the building, and it's right here from the start. So what I'm thinking is we need to do maybe the track assembler on this side. So we've got sturdy sheets, track assembler, and then we've got some more space on this side. So the sturdy sheet machine will go in this area, and for that we're going to need quite a long belt running across with a drawer right over there. And on this drawer we're going to add two funnels. Well, one funnel. We're going to add a funnel right over here to take items out. And then right above this funnel, right on this spot, we're going to have to squirt in the lava on top of the crushed obsidian. And then we're going to go press and press again. And after those two presses, we can just add our last little drawer right over here with a funnel running right into that. And that is it for this contraption. We do, however, need to change these around. So we have the power coming into a central point over there. But apart from that, this should be working. However, we previously fed the lava straight into the side over here. And what I think I'm going to do now is have it come in a bit higher and then go down. So we're going to do pipe. And I think for the time being, we're just going to do pump over there, with our item drain over there, and we could just flip this around so we drain from there, and that will pump right into that. And now we literally just actually need to give this power. So we've got power coming out over here, and I think what we need to do is maybe rip this out, add a vertical gearbox like that, so we can send power up but also send it to the side. And then from here we'll run it all the way over here somewhere, I guess. And let's just go through the wall and see what we have right about there. So we'll rip that out, put in another gearbox over there, give that power, and let's just put this block back. And now we see it's running the wrong way. That is an easy fix, and we're going to do it just by reversing the speed of this. Instead of having it at the bottom, we move it to the top, and that should automatically fix the belt. There we go. So that's perfect. Now all we need to do is get power all the way from over here up to over here. Okay, and in chain drives we'll add one right over there, so that's still going the right direction. Will we be able to rip this out maybe just quickly, do another one, a last one on top, and let's just fix that so it points the right way. And then we can just do a gearbox, and that should have all of this working perfectly. So with everything connected, the only thing we need to do now is test this machine, and I think the easiest way will be to chuck some lava buckets on there so we can see the lava's draining. And now that the lava's full, if we should put powdered obsidian in here, get squirt, pressed, and then we're just gonna have to pick up this one and do that. But yes, it's working. So we've got sturdy sheet production up and running, and it's looking good. It's looking good. I might just add a bit of detail with some girders, but this is a good start. So let's get on to the next contraption. So the next contraption we're going to need is the one that will make the rails, and for that we're going to have an output, and this is where our rails are going to go. And then we also need to add a little belt that will transport the items to that storage unit. Into the storage unit, a funnel that will take items in, and then we're going to need 3 machines above this. So the last one on this belt is a press, poke, and poke over there. And then on this side we'll just have again another chest with our item that we input, and another funnel right over there. And now the only thing we need to do is turn these around so they actually point in that direction. And now it should just be a simple matter of powering all of this. So I've got all of this powered up, and I forgot to add the 2 chutes above with the iron nuggets, and that's why all of this started flowing through. So what we need to do is pick up these 2, and we're going to place them right over there, and underneath those we'll just do chutes, and then we're just going to give this hand and this hand each some nuggets. And if we now remove all of these unnecessary slabs, this should be making train tracks again. So all of this is now working, and all we need to do is make this area look a whole lot better again. And I've chucked some bushes on this build, and we've sorted out a bit of the interior by adding a few girders, adding a lantern over here and there, and I have to say this actually looks quite good. And we do still even have enough space to add another contraption in this area. But I sadly ran out of time, and I need to say goodbye. So before we go, remember, if you want your name in this tunnel, then just be part of the community. Just be interactive, let me know what you think of episodes, the builds, and just interact with me down in the comments. But then, till the next episode, thank you for being here, thank you for watching, and remember, hit the bell button to not miss an episode, subscribe if you have not done so yet, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.